Hey guys, it's Rachel with Mr. Nola's Glitter. How you doing today? Today I'm going to be showing you a video of how I created my super cute toppers, 3D toppers or whatever. They're super popular right now. You may have seen the ones going around with the lemons and the limes and like super sunny and summery and fun and all that stuff. So I decided to do those because they're so cute, but I also decided to do some other ones that really like stepped outside of the box per se. So it's like things that you wouldn't necessarily mix with ice per se, but I thought it was fun. So I'm just starting my sublimation journey, learning how to do sublimation tumblers. So I thought, they're cute, but you know, they need some little oomph on the top. So I decided to do all of these cool little 3D toppers on the top, right? So I created the wraps for most of these. A couple of these I bought, but I've created the wraps with the designs, the sayings on them or whatever, sublimated them on tumblers, and then did the toppers to match. So I didn't really necessarily want glitter tumblers because the show, the showstopper, the star of the show, if you will, are these super cool 3D toppers. So I'm going to show you how I created all of these. So we have the donut, eat more whole foods, okay? We have the flower garden, which is gorgeous, with a flower bush at the top with all of the flowers at the top. We have tired as a mother. I mean, who can't relate to that, right? And it's rainbow, of course, and it has this sublimated image on it that looks like there's glitter ombre at the bottom, and then it has the 3D glittered bejeweled bedazzlers, diamonds, whatever you want to call it at the top. Then we have It's a French Thing, which is the macaron, which this is the pattern on it, and then this is the topper. So it's got like the little ice. I matched the vase fillers. This is what we're using as ice, are these vase fillers. So they look like little crystals like this, but they're I got a pack of rainbow ones and then a pack of the white ones, the clear ones that you can use as ice. So I'm just matching the color of the whatever I'm doing for the cup and the topper. So I did for this one, I mixed like white and pink and then did all my little pink accents at the top. So it's super cute. This one, That's How I Roll, the little sushi one. Look how adorable. So I'm just learning my seams. So it's okay, it is what it is, but look at the top. So I mixed clear and red because this was red and white. So look at the little sushi. Oh, isn't that cute? Right? And so these are all finished with epoxy and glitter, so it's permanent. You can wash them if you needed to. And then personal favorite, I'm only here for the comments for, you know, those times that we just really need a beverage while we're reading some juicy gossip. So that's what this is, and it's popcorn topper. So I have a link to everything that I used. I got off of Amazon. I mean, who would even think that these little ugly things, these little plastic things would turn into this, right? So I used the popcorn, and then I used yellow ones of these for little pops of butter. These are the little macarons that I used. All of this got off of Amazon. These are called slime charms or something. So those are the little mini macarons, or something that you can search for. I looked up food slime mix-ins, whatever. That's what I'm doing for these. So lots of ideas. Think outside the box. You don't have to just have fruits on the top. Like you can, like the sky is the limit. I really like this project because I ride with Cleopatra, the crew of Cleopatra in New Orleans. And our signature throws are glittered glasses. So this brings me back. We missed Mardi Gras this past year because of COVID, but it brings me back. My cups were over the top. Like they were so full of glitter, so full of everything. And so this brings me right back there. I mean, like, I'm home. Like, I'm super loving this. Have so many ideas that I can't even keep up. But so I'll just shut up and we'll get on to it. So let me know what you think. All right, let's go. This was a super long process. So what I did was I turned on YouTube, or Hulu and I put a movie on. Actually, I was watching Handmaid's Tale because I'm behind the times and I haven't watched it yet. And then I just went to town. So this whole process probably took me about 4 hours from start to finish. I started around 10 o'clock. Actually, it took me longer than that. And I think I finished up with the epoxy and everything around 4 a.m. So here you see I tried to use the UV resin and the flashlight, and I found out that probably my flashlight batteries were probably dead. So I just grabbed my UV light, which you can find on our website, or if you already have one, you can pick one up on Amazon or whatever. It's good. So this time I am using the UV resin and I'm just placing piece by piece, building up on my base. I don't really have any ideas right now. You'll see me just work it out. Like I'll put some stuff on there and then I'm like, I don't like that. You'll see me get up and walk around and try to find other things. So this was very much a creative process for me. I didn't rush through it. I just let it roll with me. I had some ideas of like the themes that I wanted to do, but I didn't have like a set direction of where I was going. So the most important part in doing all this is if you're using UV resin, please make sure you're using it in a well ventilated area. This UV resin, it works, but I always get a headache when I use it and I don't think about it. I'm like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And so I don't put my respirator on. So just like with any other epoxy or anything like that, please take good care of yourself and make sure you're using proper PPE if you need, or you have a fan on, ventilate, because I had the most horrible headache after using this. You'll see me back and forth. So we first started with, had to add a beverage here. Don't forget, hydrate. It would be better if you used water, but Coke Zero, same thing, right? So this is me adding just piece by piece. You'll see me go through each topper. You will see the process of me just building it up. I'm using the UV resin to attach everything. And then later on, you'll see me using the epoxy to finish it and make it permanent. Trying to keep a nice, neat space while I'm working, but, you know, it's kind of, you know, not happening because I'm a mess, right? This one was, I did this one first because this one was, I was most excited. This was like the first idea that I was like, hey, I wonder if I could do that. And then I went down a rabbit hole and I never came out. I'm still down the rabbit hole. If you see me down the rabbit hole when you go down there, can you tell me to get back up? I got things to do, right? So I am building directly on top of the lids. These are for personal use. This is not for me to sell to a customer. So if you wanted to do this for a customer, I would suggest either including a second lid. So if they didn't want to be extra, they would have the option of using your beautiful tumbler just without the crazy over the top topper. Or finding some sort of insert to build up on. In the beginning, you'll notice that I took off the sliding lids for the toppers because it saved me some room. So, yeah, so here I am. I'm just going to keep on going and I'll just put some fun music on and you can just watch the process. If you have any questions, just let me know. So this is what the toppers look like before we added the finishing touches of epoxy and glitter. So they're super pretty, but I really thought that it needed the extra glitter. So I went ahead and mixed up some glass coat epoxy. I mixed probably a total of 40 milliliters for all six of these toppers, maybe a little bit more. And so I'm using an old brush, and I'm just dipping the brush into the epoxy and making sure each piece is covered completely with epoxy. I want to make sure to get in all the cracks and crevices. I want to make sure that the epoxy drips from the top of the fake ice down to the bottom of the lid, and that way you have a permanent sealed piece. It's going to make it easier to clean. And also, because I'm building directly on top of these lids, that will make them where you can wash them. So just like with any epoxy art or tumbler, you're not going to want it to soak in water, but you're going to be able to clean these, wash these, and make sure they're clean while you're using them. And these are not going to be everyday lids. I think these are very over-the-top extra lids. And so if I were to sell these to customers, I would either give them a second lid so they could use your beautiful tumblers without the lid, or there's some people that have these little inserts that you can build on and just snap it in the top of the lid. So either one is fine. Personally, this is what I did with mine, is I built directly on the lid, and I was comfortable with that. After I brush the tops with the epoxy, I am sprinkling a 0.25 glitter over them. I'm using Celebration from the Marrero collection, and then I'm also using a fine and an ultra fine. So that's what's giving my toppers the opal look. And so each one of those I'm finishing with glitter. Then once the glitter is over the tumblers, I go back and I drizzle the liquid epoxy directly on top of them, so it actually seals in everything. You'll see me doing that at the end. You'll also see me working on a couple other lids that we didn't do in the tutorial. These were done previously before I started filming, and I wanted to make sure I had extra epoxy and that I went ahead and sealed those as well. You'll see the lemon one at the end. And so now I'm fixing to drizzle epoxy over my finished pieces, so you'll be able to see the way I do that as well. That's what I'm doing with the brush here. I'm just drizzling over the top. And now they are dry. This is them close up. You can see how shiny they are. You can see how sparkly they are. I love that the glitter makes it really pop on the top. So you have the really fun design of the sublimation tumbler, but then you have that super glittery 3D topper that just brings it to a whole nother level. I had so much fun creating these, and I have so many more ideas, and I hope this inspires you to give it a try. Like, the sky is the limit with these designs. You don't have to do sublimation if you don't want sublimation. Glitter a cup. Use whatever you have. Like, just get inside your head, dig around, and find a cool idea, and this, like, run. Hit the ground running. So I cannot wait to see what you guys create. Thank you so much for letting me show you my process, and if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to come show off your creations, come check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. You can see us there. And until next time, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.